has been in for 28 years. So that's monumental. 28 years, the only urban youth racing program in the country, actually. I'm sorry, in the country. And you parents have found that school. So we are a grassroots program to NASCAR. General Motors is one of our major sponsors, which we're extremely proud of. Haas Racing is one of our premium sponsors. Fulton Bank. So we have a lot of sponsors that we are just so blessed to have. So I just want to put that out there just to let you know. In the first week, they have to know the history. You got to know where you're going, right? And where you came from. So then we go into the history of motorsports. So you understand what NASCAR is all about. You understand what Formula One is all about. You understand what different levels of racing is out there for your child. So then we talk about, in this first week, we talk about the basic racing language, right? So what is that language? Everything has a language. If you want to be a nurse, you got to understand medical terms. If you want to be a mechanic, you got to understand mechanical terms. So when you want to be a race car driver, you got to understand the language. And we focus on that. Me and Mr. Dillon, we focus on that our drivers know the language. So we work on that on week one. Understanding what is the braking zone, what is steering smoothness. Then we were blessed to come here at Girard College, and there is a track, right? So we brought fitness to our racing program. So our first week, we walked the whole mile. Then we did sprints the whole mile, right? So we add racing, because to be a real race car driver, you have to be physically fit. It's more than turning lefts, it's more than just turning rights. You have to be physically fit. So week one, we did that half mile walk and run and then push-ups. I don't know if your child came home doing push-ups all of a sudden. They were supposed to. Okay, they were supposed to. All right? So I'm just giving you little tidbits of what happens here, and I'm not going to go too far, but week two, the teams, everybody is set up into a team, and they pick their names, right? So this is the funniest part of the program, because let me give you the names that they picked, right? So we have Fox Racing, which is Muhammad and Darnell. Please stand up and wave. That is Fox Racing. All right, thank you. Then we have Showtime. What a name. You gotta produce when you got the name Showtime. Your name is in. Then we have Goldmine, right? You gotta produce when you talking about Goldmine. All right, with Jacob and Warren, please stand up. That's Goldmine. All right. And then we have Silver Bullet. What a name, right? Tyree and Cody, please stand up. And last but not least, we have Pacemaster, right? And stand up, Jason and Zaire. Right? They are accurate to pick that name. They are the head of the leaderboard after 12 weeks. So let's give them a round of applause. All right, so now let's talk about how it actually works. The drivers there's an allowance, they get $600. It's not real money, parents, calm down. I didn't give them real money. So it's $600. Each driver starts off with $600, right? That is to actually buy into races. We keep it as authentic as we possibly can, right? So when you're in the real world out there racing, it costs money. And some of you parents understand that are in K1. You understand that it costs money to go real racing, right? So we start off here with $600. Each driver gets his purse. Then there is penalties. If you crash, that just costs you $300. If you get a black flag, that just costs you $200, right? And then some races we race on asphalt and we race on dirt. So drivers, how much does asphalt pay? Oh, you ain't gonna talk to me. Okay, how much does dirt pay? There we go. All right. So as you win, there you go. You change your purse. At the end of the day, you have to accumulate up to $6,000 with your homework assignments and your race wins to actually make the shootout. And that's what you guys are going to see tonight is the shootout, right? So I'm excited about that part. So that's still week 2. The simulator setup. We have advanced simulators. They're not just toys. Right? We have the best of the best. These simulators, when our NASCAR drivers come and practice with our kids, they're amazed, like, oh, this is a real sim. So we're really extremely proud of the equipment that Anthony and Michelle purchased for our drivers. So they actually understand what setup is with the simulator, right? Is it how to calibrate the wheel, how to calibrate the pedals, right? So we focus on that in week 2. And then there's a fitness piece where we did sprint racing, right? We sprint around this track. So weather permitted, we ran a half a mile and we walked a half a mile. And of course, push-ups, right? So real quick, week 3, we focused on braking and acceleration techniques. What is weight transfer? So each driver understood. We want our drivers to be educated of what real racing is. So we talked about weight transfer. We talked about threshold braking. We talked about trail braking. So they understand the language, right? Because if you go down to Charlotte, that's all you're going to hear is people talking the language. And we definitely want our drivers to understand what that is and how that occurs on the track. Our fitness piece for week 3, where they started talking about, where we started doing push-ups, of course, and reaction drills, right? Hand and eye coordination. We have discs that light up. You do a push-up, put the light out. You do another push-up, put the light out. So we want to make sure that our drivers understand hand and eye coordination. And then next year we have a reaction board that Anthony and Michelle actually purchased for our drivers. So I'm excited about that board. And that's when you go down to NASCAR teams, they actually have a reaction board that you touch as it lights up to help you with your hand and eye coordination. All right, so we're excited about that for the future. Real quick, cornering and dynamics and telemetry. Mr. Dillon was very active at this point where telemetry is, right? What is telemetry? Where you actually understand there's a graph when a driver says, I feel like I'm braking too late. Now with the simulators, we can actually look at a graph and determine when you came into that corner, how much you braked, and how long did you stay on the brake, and then when you accelerated. So telemetry is extremely important that they know the full package of racing, right? So this is the kind of language that the engineers talk about, is telemetry, right? So we wanted our kids, our drivers, to make sure that they understood that. And then talking about comparing one line to another. So I can then see what Warren is doing compared to Jacob, what Finn is doing compared to Nick. I can put that graph one on top of the other and say, and use it as a tool to help one another, right? So visual focus drills, right? So when a driver is doing 30 laps, concentration is everything, and we focus on that. 30 laps is really just a warm-up. In real racing, they do 200 laps, right? So we make sure, and on our sim, there's times when they do 40 laps. And then Mr. Dillon will set up something where they're doing an endurance race, right? Like Le Mans 24. So that's what focus drills we work on, all right? Week 5, we talk about overtaking. This is critical. Overtaking strategies. When you're passing, right? We don't just dive bomb into a corner, right? There's a way of setting up a driver to then pass him the correct way. And you'll hear me yelling, or Mr. Dillon yelling, keep your line, right? So you understand what the line is and the parameters in which you can race your car, right? So that's critical because you can't just weave all over the track and expect to win, right? So passing etiquette, we work on that on week 5, and the hidden rule, tire management, push-ups, and more focus drills. Week 6, we work on advanced race strategy. What happens in the pits, right? It's more than just a car coming in, and one of our drivers, several of our drivers really do pit stops. So it's very critical when you do a pit stop, how you do a pit stop, what do you get in a pit stop. So we talk about that. And in week 6, we talk about media training and sponsorship. That's enough about that's enough from me tonight. What you're going to hear tonight is our drivers are going to come up. They're in teams already. They're going to come up and give their sponsorship proposal, right? So they understand that they can maximize and get 30 points is the highest that they can get. 20 is the medium, and 10 is for I don't want to see no 10s. Let me just say that, right? So we want to hear nothing but 30s. So I'm not going to go any further. I just wanted to give you a snapshot of what we do here at the Urban Youth Racing School with the Racing League. And I'm just so proud of our drivers. I'm so proud, and I thank Mr. Dillon for helping us. I thank Anthony, Martin, Michelle for just launching this school 28 years ago. So without further ado, I would like Fox Racing to come on up and give your proposal. Can we give them a round of applause?
How's everyone doing today?
Good.
I'm glad to be here myself. It's a great opportunity to just talk about what we love doing, which is racing, and hopefully get some sponsors, you know? So my name is Mohammed Yankowi, and I'm the driver for Fox Racing, and he's the financial manager. I'm 16 years old. I go to AFS. I'm in 10th grade, top of my class. I'm also part of the vested engineering program at Villanova University, and I take part in an aerospace engineering program at Temple University. I'm also part of the CDC, or Community Design Club, at my school. Next slide, please. What you doing? Keep this good. Next slide. All right. So, okay, my bad. I froze up. I locked up. My bad. All right. Sorry to know. That was 100% on me.
Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing today?
We're good. We're good.
My name is Ernell Goffin-Powell. I'm 16 years old, junior at Paul Robeson High School. I'm an A and B student, my highest grades being in math of personal finance and algebra. And aside from my knowledge of mathematics, I also have more knowledge of racing through the Urban Youth Racing School. I've been with them for 3.5 years now, as well as iRacing for 3.5 years. And I have also attended a business leadership class at the Community College of Philadelphia. And I'm also an athlete competing in, about to compete in the next baseball season of our school.
All right. So as you heard Darnell say, we do iRacing. Been doing that for about 4 years, both of us. We go to the K1 League, and up in Englishtown, New Jersey, we participate. Well, I participate in the GRX League, which is a gas car competition league. And our current series, or the series we're trying to get into, is the NASA Spec E30 series. It's a low seasonal cost compared to other racing series such as Spec Miata, and multi-event weekends mean extra exposure time for partner relations. And this is our logo. These are our current partners, Urban Youth Racing School, which you guys are currently at, of course, Temple University, Villanova University, and GRX. Now, we're looking for $5,000 from Canon and $5,000 from URYS. And we're looking for it from Canon because they're a photography team, and I do a lot of photography, been taking photos of pretty much anything that I thought was cool since I was about 8 when I got my first camera. And I can offer prototype testing for Canon if they have a camera prototype and offer them feedback. And if they get involved in motorsports, I know they're involved with Rahal, Letterman, Landing and Racing, and IndyCar, and GTD Pro. But if they get into lower level motorsports, it's going to bring back a lot of their fans, or at least new fans from who found out about when they were with Williams from 85 to 90. And for Zoomies, I have a very artistic background, so I can help the design team with skate deck designs and clothing designs. And I'm also a skater and fashion enthusiast, so I relate with their target consumer base.
Hello. We are currently preparing for the 2026 NASA Spec E30 season, and given Monster Energy's legendary status in motorsports, we would be eager to invite you as a strategic partner. Our mission extends beyond our performance with purpose. We're interested in keeping resources for African American studies through primary and secondary schools, and they are interested in us. However, we would like to give Monster Energy the opportunity to be the forefront of Fox racing. We are seeking a $20,000 sponsorship, which would cover critical operational costs such as fueling, tires, spare parts, and maintenance. In return, we offer a comprehensive ROI strategy that leverages aggressive social media engagement and high visibility brand representation through YouTube and Instagram. This partnership would highlight Monster Energy's commitment not only to peak human performance and mental focus, but also to significant causes.
Alrighty. Now here are some pictures of our car. I made this livery. Disclaimer, it's not AI. Put that in the top corner of the first slide. But this is not AI generated. This is 100% human work. Oh, cool. So as you can see, we have Monster Energy as our primary sponsor, Fox Racing, our team, and then Canon and Zoomies on the front fenders. That's the front. And there's the top with our big logo. And another note, you may have noticed it says N3 on the front and back, which wouldn't be in compliance with NASA's Spec E30 regulations if it was an N3. But the reason we got this car for around $7,000 was because the seller made us promise to put fake N3 logos on the car, just as a meme. And that was the only way we got it for $7,000. It would have been $10,000 otherwise, but that was a pretty sweet deal. I mean, the rule enforcers are very confused sometimes. They're like, wait, how'd you get this into the competition in the first place? But, all right, and that'll be all. Thank you so much.
How you all doing today?
Thank you.
How you doing? My name is Tyree Rogers. I'm currently 17 years old and a senior at Mercy Grace Technical High School, where I take up IT. I've been with the Urban Youth Racing School for about 2.5 years now, where I've learned hand-eye coordination skills and professional speaking skills. And I've been a huge racing fan since I was a little kid playing NASCAR racing games, and ever since I had a passion for racing and trying to find every opportunity to get into racing.
Hello everyone, my name is Cody Hicks. I'm a 15-year-old at Pep Charter. I'm a freshman. I've been with the Urban Youth Racing School for about 3 years now, and this is where I come to develop my skills in racing. A couple fun facts about me: I'm a car guy. I love cars ever since I can remember. I also do great with leadership, and I have many honor awards throughout school.
Silver Bullet Racing is a team driven by diversity and performance in motorsports. Silver Bullet Racing, we provide a community that strives for improvement on and off the track, a foundation of brotherhood, and a highly skilled team of staff, drivers, and engineers.
At Silver Bullet Racing, our mission is to push the limits of performance and innovation and teamwork in motorsports, and to help the youth of many different states to be able to make it there in motorsports.
We are committed to building a competitive racing team that excels on and off the track, driven by compassion, precision, and a pursuit of relentlessness of victory. With this sponsorship, we believe that you can create a lasting impact on the motorsports community and change the many lives of people who deserve the chance to showcase their skills in motorsports.
Silver Bullet Racing is seeking $100,000 in primary sponsorship investment from Under Armour to compete in high-limit sprint car series.
This partnership will align Under Armour with an elite level sprint car competition that embodies toughness, discipline, and high performance execution under pressure. In return, Under Armour will receive a primary logo slot on our sprint car prior to crew apparel and team hauling.
The $100,000 investment will be used for engine program and rebuilds to maintain competitive performance, travel expenses, fuel, lodging, haul, transport for racing events, tires and race day consumables, and crew support and operational costs, marketing, production, digital content creation.
This investment ensures Silver Bullet Racing competes at the highest level throughout the season while delivering consistent exposure to an authentic brand integration for Under Armour.
Silver Bullet Racing competes at the highest level of dirt motorsports. Silver Bullet Racing competes at the highest level of dirt motorsports in the high-limit sprint car series, one of the most intense, physical, demanding race series in the country.
Our partnership with Under Armour will align the brand with elite performance, grit, and resilience in a sport that embodies toughness under pressure. Throughout an event, through event exposure, premium logo placement, and authentic race prep and training content, we will position Under Armour as a performance apparel of choice for athletes competing in extreme environments.
This partnership delivers more than visibility. It reinforces Under Armour's identity as a brand built for competitors who refuse to back down.
Here's our contact information. Thank you for your time.
Die. I'm gonna give help with this.
Just clip it on your collar.
Yeah.
There you go,
It
you're
is
good.
on there.
It's still on, you're good. Good too?
Just like,
No pressure.
You're good. It fell off again.
And if you raise the way you clip like
That's what they're waiting for. They're waiting for you to race that one.
Hello, everyone. How are we?
All right.
Good.
I need a little bit more than that. Do it. What? Anyway, my name is Jason Beverly.
My name is Zaya Jones.
I am 20 years old.
I'm 16 years old.
This is our sponsorship proposal. We are really excited to show it off, and it goes to show our hard work. We put a lot of time and energy into this, so we hope you guys like it. Yeah, my name is Jason Beverly. Like I said before, I am 20 years old, and I have been with the Urban Youth Racing School since 2023. I have been a big NASCAR fan since I was around 5 or 6 years old, and I've watched everything. I mean, I've watched all the races, studied, learned all the strategy, learned all the rules, all of it, and I just fell in love with it since then. And
And I've been with the Urban Youth Racing School since summer of 2024. And uh, I've been a NASCAR fan since 2019. I just actually started watching NASCAR races until like 2021. But yeah.
yeah, like I said, we have been competing. I've been competing for 3 years, and I have been sim racing for 3 years now. And we are competing for the Urban Youth Racing League Championship tonight. So it's been a big deal for me, and we've been working hard since week one. I mean, I came in here just wanting to learn as much as I could and just try and be the best I could be, whether it's a win, a loss, or anything in between that. I've always wanted to learn, and just to see a hard work come together is great, and I'm going to start something here. But I think we're going to win the championship tonight. I know our competitors and friends are in here, but I think we got the best chance in here out of everybody to win it. And, huh? Yeah, okay. Anyway. And our sponsors. And our, alright, yeah.
Okay, so I was born and raised in New York City, the Bronx, and Englewood, New Jersey. I'm 16 years old. I've been with the Urban Youth Racing School since summer of 2024, and I'm a very aggressive driver, and I like to win a lot. And I'm best skilled at oval tracks, and I capitalize off of other drivers' mistakes, and yeah.
What we are requesting is $20,000 from Nike, and the reason we chose Nike is because number one, we love what they have done for not only sports but just the entire community in general with their charity work, their Christian values, and yeah, I mean we love that sort of stuff. So we just kept wanting to ask them. And two, it's because they're in basically everything. I mean, they're in basketball, football, baseball, tennis, anything you could probably name, they're in it. And that's why we chose them. But we are requesting $20,000 for the U.S. Legend season. And that includes the car, which is $7,000, $14,000. And we have $2,000 for gear and $100 to $400 for race fees, and $1,000 for an entire season of Goodyear tires, $400 to $600 for fuel to go from track to track, $2,000 to $5,000 for maintenance parts, another $2,000 for race gear, and $400 to $1,000 for transportation, and $5,000 for an emergency fund, just in case. Wow. So we really want to make sure that, we just perform to our best ability and also not wreck the equipment, because
That's a lot of money.
that is a lot, so.
Okay, so our skills and talents that sponsors can leverage is that we are disciplined under pressure, and we're not gonna sit there and cry if we wreck out or something doesn't go our way. So and we will support our team. If we make mistakes on the racetrack, we'll look at the replays and learn about our mistakes and fix them and see if we can do better next time. And we have a competitive mindset and knowing that we are the best ones on the track, and we show it on the racetrack. and we will bring a positive brand reputation. Okay, so what we could do for Nike is that we could help expand Nike brand into motorsports and bridge the gap between their demographic and NASCAR demographic, and we could give them new ideas for their sneakers and their clothing designs, and we gotta build a relationship with them, and we will always promote Nike brand.
Also, just saying that's not the picture of the Legends car, but that is a picture of the car that we would have if we were running a Legends. We have different variations of Nike colorways or anything like that. So. Okay, so our value proposition for Nike is that we would bring an authentic and athlete journey to NASCAR and to everybody that follows Nike. And what we mean by that is we would show anything trying to promote Nike. Like we would show vlogs, behind the scenes stuff at the racetrack that week, or us preparing to go to the racetrack that week, or how we prepare, anything like that. We would try and just expand our publicity, but also theirs. And we would try and bring out not only Nike executives, because we would want them there to support us and try and get us more known, but we would also try and bring Nike athletes like Giannis, LeBron, Coco Gauff, Sabrina, any other Nike athletes that would want to expand our brand and image and just do that in any way possible or any way we can. And yeah, we will also bring long-term growth and stability to Nike. And this is our cover letter. It says, "Hello, my name is Jason Beverly. I am 20 years old and I race for the Urban Youth Racing School." Ignore the 20-year-old competitive racer part. That wasn't meant to be put on there. And we compete for Team Pacemasters. The purpose of this letter is we are seeking sponsorship support from Nike. We are looking to compete in the full U.S. Legends season for 2026, and which is what we already talked about. It's $20,000, and in return, we would need access to performance coaching for even more skill improvement and support with Nike apparel, gear, and even more opportunities to create brand-aligned content and give not only them exposure, but us. And the skills that we bring to Nike is high decision-making skills on track, discipline and consistency over 3 years of sim racing that me and Zaire have built, and coaching and adaptability to any car that we would need if we would need to say, oh, we're not going to do Legends this week, but we're going to go do just really anything. But I'll try to pick us up there. And to formats and challenges. So that's all we had, and thank you for your time. We are good.
Okay, so I am Finn Busser, and this is my partner. Just hold it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll introduce what we're talking about today. So we're presenting to Oakley, the eyewear brand, and Fulton Bank. So we'd just like to thank you all for coming. We really appreciate it, helping us achieve our dreams, but also to hear us out. So again, like I said, I'm Finn Busser, and this is
Nick DiGeronimo.
we're asking for their sponsorship. So Nick, why don't you introduce yourself?
I am Nick.
and I am 14 years old. I've been racing go-karts. My racing is go-karts, mainly go-karts, and I am a 3-time state finalist for K1, and I will be, in a couple weeks, I'll be going down to California to compete in the national championships. And racing has been my passion for a very long time. I've made a lot of friends, a lot of nice people, and they've been helping me. And yeah.
Yeah, Nick, also, don't you do some endurance racing?
Yes, I do that too. I do that in New Jersey and New York. Got some podiums, and I have fun with it.
Yeah, so as you can tell, we have a pretty wide range of incredible athletes here. I'm Finn Busser. I'm 17 years old. I'm a 12th grader at Germantown Friends School. And I will be at Davidson College in the fall. I've loved racing since I can possibly remember. I'd always love to go to races with my dad. We'd go to dirt oval races. And I mean, yeah, I've been searching for ways to explore an outlet of how much I love racing, and URYS has been definitely that outlet. I mean, I've gotten to learn a lot of what I needed to become a racer, and I think this is definitely the start to what could become a racing career. Yeah, we have a pretty good team here at Showtime. We believe that we have a good variety of academics as well as incredible driving skill, and that would be why we would be able to get a sponsorship from Oakley and Fulton Bank. So let's talk about our journey. So we started at URYS, like I said, and we learned the fundamentals of racing. So like Mr. Danny said at the start, we learned the turning components and how to brake, how to overtake, all these key parts of being a racer. We learned that here in the first couple of weeks. We also built our physical attributes. We went out and ran, we did push-ups, and we did that at home too. We did our homework, don't worry. And so now we're shooting towards national recognition. That would be the goal, right? We want to build up, we want to build this team, we want to build ourselves. So Oakley is widely known as the top eyewear brand in the industry, and we want to use that leverage. So Nick, why don't you talk about our plan?
Our plan is strategic sponsorship and discover excellent sponsorship.
Take your time. You good. Take your time.
We will bring. Our plan is to get sponsors so we could move on into our racing career and to improve what we've accomplished, like stepping up through go-karts, for example, and we're making steps to make that happen.
Yeah, we're also, we would use the support of Oakley and Fulton Bank to amplify their presence in motorsports. Oakley has already sort of stepped into it, but not fully, and we want to put their logo on a car. So far, they've only made safety gear, and I think that there's large advertisement in motorsports. A lot of brands have utilized that, like Monster, like Haas has used as well. There's thousands of brands, and we want to put Fulton Bank and Oakley on our car, as well as our everything. Yeah, so we would be offering consistent high-impact exposure across social media, across like race day content and lifestyle branding. This would require us to use your social media and build on that. And it could allow for not only our success but also yours. Yeah, our ask is $20,000 from both Oakley and Fulton Bank, so that's $40,000 in total. And we'd be striving for Legends Motorsports Series, which is a category that is high in intensity. It's very powerful, lightweight fiberglass cars, and it's fairly cheap compared to other racing categories and series, but it's something that we think is achievable for sure. You want to talk about our ask?
Our ask is what? Our ask is for $20,000 for both Oakley and Fulton Bank. That means $40 in total, $1,000 in total.
What are you gonna use it for?
We're gonna use it for equipment, tires, entry fees, and gear. So that will make us safer and to be prepared for racing.
Yeah, the Legends cars also, so they're replica cars off of like 1930s to 40s cars, and they're, like I said, they're fiberglass, very lightweight. They're fairly cheap, they're around $19,000 to $20,000, I believe. So one half of our $40,000 would go to buying a new car, and not just like a used one. Like we want to create our own brand here, and the rest would go to, like you said, entrance fees. So that's anywhere from $15,000 to $3,000. Safety gear, again, around $3,000. And the rest of that would be an emergency fund. So if our car gets into an accident and we need a new one, that could start that. It could start repairs. It could start with helping get a better pit crew. Everything we need to start a really full, perfect racing team, that's what that $40,000 would go to. Yeah, so this partnership would not only create a team that resonates with fans, but it would also strengthen both Oakley's and Fulton Bank's connection to motorsports, like I said earlier. And it would create an ROI that is beneficial for everyone, right? That's what it's all about, it's a return on investment. You'd be investing in us, and we would be returning that with a lot of money, don't worry. So we just want to thank you so much for all of your time and consideration. And like I said, Oakley is one of the best teams, or best eyewear companies. You guys they always lead from the front, same with Fulton Bank, and we want to keep that tradition alive on the track and in the hearts of racing fans. So thank you very much, guys.
Alright everyone, hello, welcome. My name is Jacob Patterson, I'm 15 years old.
I'm 11 years old.
Alright, I hate to do this to y'all again, since this is like the 5th or 6th time, but how are you guys doing? Before we start, I just want to say our contacts. My phone number is 1-856-938-7525. Warren's is 1-267-255-2248. And now we are asking Haas to give us $7,500 to help us race in New Jersey Motorsports Park for the both of us. The reason why we have picked Haas is because it's very personal to me specifically and also Urban Youth. But before we do go into that, I would like to thank Carl Klein for coming into the call and being able to be here, even though he's all the way in California. It's very nice of him. I really appreciate it. I want to give him a One thing I will say, this presentation, even though it's very Haas-centric, that does not mean we are not interested in other sponsorships like Fulton Bank, Kendra, and Chevrolet. We'd be appreciative of anyone who wants to come on board and help us in our journey to become better drivers and to help promote their brand. Like I already said with Haas, it already has a connection with Urban Youth Racing, but for me, this is a bit of a personal thing. I've loved going fast in everything I've done since I was born. Second I could walk, I wanted to run. Literally everything. I even do track now, like I do spring and winter track, which is something I enjoy doing. The thing I want to do most is racing, specifically NASCAR. I was flipping through the channels, I was 7 years old trying to get to Cartoon Network, and I just stumbled onto this NASCAR race, and I see this 4-car